A very good morning to doctor and everyone. My name is Ho Cheng Yi, and the rest of my teammates are Yonkit, Wasan, Amar, and Nashmi. So today, me and my teammates will be presenting 5 perfume videos of social media aesthetic branding, which incorporate aesthetic branding technique based on the subtopic of our syllabus. This video applies various visual techniques from chapter 3 and 4, which is two-dimensional view, focusing on both the area and the force within the screen. The video is entirely in a vertical aspect ratio, aligning with TikTok's native format. First, at 17 seconds, I use a size reference to a human being, my hand holding the perfume, so viewer can quickly perceive the perfume's actual size. At 20 seconds, a split screen appears with 3 horizontal screen areas. The moving camera technique here helps overcome the limitation of fixed aspect ratio, adding dynamics. In 39 seconds, I introduce a comparison to established size standard by showing perfumes of various shapes and sizes. From 40 to 46 seconds, I use a screen area as size reference close-up shot in water, where the perfume appears to grow larger as it occupies more screen space. Then from 57 to 1 minute and 4 seconds, I switch to a screen area as size reference long shot, where the perfumes appear smaller due to occupying less screen area. At 5 seconds, I show a large object expansion, where the perfume is dragged into the screen and appears unusually large. At 8 seconds, the opposite occurs. I show a small object compression as the perfume is pushed toward the center, surrounded by empty space and far from the edge, making it appear smaller. In the split screen at 20 seconds, each area applies unique force principle. The top video shows a transition from too much headroom to proper headroom, then to no headroom. The middle video emphasizes screen asymmetry, where the subject holds the perfume beside the face. And the bottom video presents a shift of emphasis using a flop shot to change direction and focus. Between 80 to 19 seconds, I use ambiguous figure or ground relationship by applying a superimposition effect. The focus shifts from the perfume to a person using it, creating a new layer meanings. By combining the visual technique from both chapters, this video not only promotes the perfume brand aesthetically, but also shows how screen space, object size, and visual focus can be creatively manipulated for branding in digital platform. So that's all for the first video. Thank you.
Now I'm going to talk about the screen center. The most stable position of an object is screen center, where when the graphic mass is located in the center of the screen, the surrounding areas and also the magnetic forces of the screen edges and corners are symmetrically distributed. For the back focus is the rack focus is that involves changing the focus from one location on the x-axis to another. If, for an example, you want to shift the emphasis from a spray can to the person, holding it without changing the shot, truly the dolly, zoom, cut or the dissolve, you can fastly focus on the spray can with the person out of focus and then track through the focus range of the lens until the person's face comes to the focus. Throwing to the spray cannot bringing it out of the focus. So from this you'll get a clear position of the object or a person. Thank you. Now I'm going to...
So hello guys, my name is Amar Yasin. My metric number is 292996. So today I will explain about chapter 7, which is about visualization. So visualization is about how we thinking and pictures and sounds. So it's how we imagine what a scene will look and feel like before we film it. So it not just what the camera sees, but how we want the audience to feel. So there are two main ways to visualize a scene, which the first one is the deductive approach, which is where we start a wide shot and move into details, and the second one is about inductive approach, which we begin with close up and how we build the story. So we also can choose how we look at the scene. Either we can look it objectively, or look it for emotion and meaning, or to create an entirely new visual using effects. So other important tools are point of view, which is camera angles, and how the storyboard were built, and which helps to plan out the visual flow of the story. So in short, visualizations help us to clarify, intensify and interpret what we are going to film, and it doesn't show the story visually, only then we keep filming it by visualization. So I will continue by explaining about the video concept, which is the first one. I use the inductive approach, which is I specific the perfume by using a close-up shot, and then I went into a general shot to build intrigue and sensuality. So the first shot is about the detail of the label and the glint of the glass, and then the drop of the liquid falling from the perfume. And then next I began by pulse point where the perfume is sprayed, and this is what we call a extreme close up. Because of where the perfume is sprayed, I recorded it. And then the next one, I close up the finger spraying the perfume in the slow motion mist in light to engage the viewer by gradually revealing the scene emotionally and sensually. The next one, I use the looking into style to reveal some mood and emotions to viewers. Like in the scene in my video, the man in the video inhales the perfume with the eye closed to express blissful expression. So I also close up some shots over the shoulder to show a viewer and interpret the viewer experience to feel in about they are in the scent world. I also use some stylized effects from the technology to create a world that only exists through a video, and also enhancing the emotional effects through my audience. And if you can see in the last clip of my video, I introduced the video with a close-up to show that the brand of the perfume is more than a brand, and then more than a scent, and the feeling of having a perfume like that. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. My name is Mama Akin Najmi bin Muhammad Rukman, and my metric number is 294006. Today I would like to explain the techniques that we use in chapter 8. Firstly, we use dolly in and dolly out. The meaning of dolly in is the camera move closer to the subject. It makes the subject appear longer and more important, creating intensity or drawing attention. And the meaning of dolly out is the camera move away from the subject. It makes the subject seem smaller or reveals more of the environment. We use this technique in our video to give more interesting effect and attract the attention of viewers to watch the videos we produce. Secondly, we use the smooth cut technique. A smooth cut is a type of invisible transition between two shots. It's used to keep the action flowing naturally and hide the cut so the viewer doesn't notice the edit. It usually matches movement position or visual element between shots to make the cut feel seamless. So we use this technique so that our video looks smooth and beautiful to watch. And lastly, we use motion frames of reference technique. The meaning of motion frames of reference is how movement is perceived. We use this technique in our video where only the camera moves while the object, the perfume, remains stationary. Next, we use slow motion technique. Slow motion is a film or video effect when time appears to move slower than normal. It makes action take longer to happen than they do in real life. So we use this technique to focus the perfume spray in slow motion. And lastly, we use long shot of lateral motion. The meaning of this technique is when the camera stays far away, long shot, and capture a subject moving sideways across the frame. So we use this technique to focus on how to wear perfume with a long shot angle. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kuyongtit, metric number 298569. Now I'm presenting the video titled Can You Smell Perfume? Not with your nose, with your senses. This video explores how audio and visuals can be used together to evoke emotion and meaning, based on the techniques from chapter 9. In the first 7 seconds, we use a direct address approach with a clean and minimal visual to ask, do you think the scene is only for the nose? This sets the tone and invites the audience to think deeper. From 8 to 16 seconds, we introduce audio-visual dissonance. The footage is deliberately blurry, but the sound is crisp and detailed, creating a sensory contrast that makes the audience question which sense to trust. Then from 17 to 26 seconds, we reverse the mismatch. The visuals are polished, but the audio is noisy and broken. The visual-audio imbalance disrupts the immersion and highlights how even good visuals can be ruined by poor sound. Between 26 and 36 seconds, we show fast, layer shots of the perfume bottle, the spray, the shine, and the reflection, accompanied by a burst of sharp spray sound and soft ambient music. This represents sensory layering, engaging multiple senses at once. From 36 to 50 seconds, we finally reach harmony. Both the visuals and audio are smooth and balanced, demonstrating with ideal technical and emotional scenes looks like. At 50 to 57 seconds, we introduce a hand slowly reaching towards the bottle, paired with a subtitle, heartbeat, and ambient tones. This adds emotional resonance, using a human gesture to communicate feeling without words. Finally, from 57 to 66 seconds, we end with a still frame of the bottle and our frictional brand name, Aura, Feel the Silence. The music fades and the voiceover reinforces the campaign theme, achieving closure through audio-visual alignment. Overall, this video taught us how intentional imbalances and harmonies in sound and visual can powerfully shape how a message is felt, not just understood.